Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the Duo Group Iron Man. In the last video, I continued on my wildy adventures. I went to Revenant for the first time, and then I had the most successful bear task I've ever had. As you can see by the clips on screen, I got a D pick, and then I also got the Voidwaker hilt. Needless to say, I had a lot of fun in the wilderness last video, but for now, I'm going to be taking a break and doing some non-wildy stuff. I want to try going for a pet. I want to try going for the giant mole pet. I'm not saying like I'm going to commit to getting this pet no matter what before the video ends, because that's like way too much RNG to hope for if I want to make videos, but maybe I'll go for like 500 or 1000 KC or something. I'll see how I'm feeling. As of the time of recording this, forestry just came out, so I started doing forestry in the last video. I got some woodcutting XP, but I'm going to reset the woodcutting XP because this is my new AFK thing to do. For the longest time, pretty much since I maxed, really my AFK time has just been fishing and cooking. So now it's going to be woodcutting and fire making since forestry came out. And they're going to be adding this stuff from forestry into the collection log soon. It's not currently in the game, but by the time this video goes up, I'm sure it'll be in the game by then. For the giant mole, there's two methods I'm considering trying out, both of which did not exist the last time I grinded out mole. Last time I grinded out mole, like truly grinded it out, was on my UIM, and back then the Fang did not exist and the BofA did not exist. So really, Durox was the method that Durox or T-Bow were the two main methods back then, but now there's the Fang and there's the BofA. So I'll try out BofA, these methods throughout the video, and just analyze them and figure out the pros and cons of each and which one I like better. Now, as you saw, I already have 25 KC at mole, and the reason why I have that is because I was going for the combat achievements, and I do have all the combat achievements done already. So if I do get the pet, or whenever I do eventually get the pet, I will be permanently done with mole forever, I think. You know, whenever I say I'm done with something forever, I usually end up regretting it like a year or two in the future. So maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm just gonna jinx it. But yeah, let's do a giant mole KC. Got the quick prayer set to melee and piety. Gonna pot up and yeah, have fun with the Fang. Got the claws too. I don't even know if it's worth using the claws. Maybe I could just use the Fang spec. Well, the wiki says claw spec is better than Fang spec, so. And when you kill the giant mole, if you have the fouled or hard diary done, you get the noted mole skins and mole claws. You always get one mole claw per kill, but mole skins are between 1 and 3. So over the long term, you'll get 2 mole skins per kill, which means 3 mole parts in total. And 1 mole part equals 1 bird's nest, which equals 3 doses of brew. Oh, wait a sec. I almost forgot. I have to grab the bone crusher because it drops big bones. May as well, right? Oh, come on. Let's see the claw spec. Boom. Oh, it's beautiful. Although, so each of the hits from the claws can cause the mole to dig, like not just the one hit, but each of the 4 hits could cause it to dig. So you probably want to use the claws during the first half of the kill, because the mole can only dig when it has between 5 and 50% health remaining, and there's normally a 25% chance for each attack that you do. But with the claws, that's essentially 4 25% rolls. Another thing to mention is that the mole pet is 1 out of 3,000, so odds are I'm probably not going to get it this video. Okay, I thought I was going to get there for a second. That would have been so funny, but I did not. Okay, let's do some mole. Oh my gosh, the U-logs, man. I was talking about this in the last video when forestry came out, is that I already have an insane amount of U-logs. I think it was like 13k or something. Mainly from Zora. You get a crazy amount from Zora and some other PVM too. U-logs are the last log I would ever have to worry about. And I even mentioned last video too that mole drops the U-logs. I guess I'll just forever have a crazy big stack of them. This mole is really making me get my steps in today. You know World War I, when Archduke Ferdinand was assassinated? So the president went up to Abraham Lincoln and he was like, "Sir, World War I just started." So I tested 1 hour of mole with the Fang setup, and the numbers worked out really well. The amount of supplies I bring with is just enough to last for 1 hour. I get about 60 kills. I got 61 kills, so about 60 kills per hour. And once per hour is how often I need to do my birdhouse runs. And this is 100 mole KC without the pet. I'm so unlucky for a 1 out of 2 drop. Can't believe it. Gaslighting? Did you learn that word from your friends? Gaslighting is not a real word. You know that, right? They're crazy. I speak for everyone when I say forestry is the greatest update to ever come into the game. Now I am saving these caskets for a clue opening video, but I will show you something arguably, actually no, objectively better than opening an elite casket, which is I will show you the number of caskets I currently have. If I were to just grind out mole, I wonder how much mole KC per day is realistic. I feel like 500 is an achievable goal. Achievable mole goal. Remember I said before how each damage splat from the claws can cause mole to dig? Well, another thing is that if you claw spec and it makes the mole dig, then the hits carry through the dig and can cause it to dig again. And this clip is an example of that. So like theoretically, if you rolled all the right odds, one claw spec could make mole dig 4 times, which would be quite the sight to see. But yeah, I figured this is a good way to show why you should use your claw specs at the start of the kill. I'm up to 355 KC. I've been doing the melee Fang method all day, but now I'm going to try out the BofA method. Oh, actually, Spook had to use the claws, so I'm going to give those over to her. That's good timing too, because I want to try out this other method. When I was doing the Fang method, I wasn't like precisely tracking it. I was being pretty casual about it because I was streaming. I sort of like used Runelite plugins to track stuff, and I came to the conclusion 60 kills per hour sounded about right with the Fang. But for using the BofA, I will actually time out 1 hour and do this as accurately as possible. One perk I've noticed right off the bat is that I do not have to run all the way up to mole. I can attack it from 10 tiles away. So that kind of saves some time, although at the same time there is, because it's a 4-tick weapon compared to the Fang being a 5-tick weapon, I shoot it more often than I would, and I assume it's probably a little bit less powerful than the Fang because of that. So it digs more often, which would lead to me running around more. So that's probably the biggest trade-off, I think. Another nice thing about using BofA or with the crystal armor is that crystal armor only degrades when you take damage. So if you're praying melee, by the way, there's safe spots I'll figure out in a bit. But if you're praying melee, you take no damage from mole, meaning you are not degrading the crystal armor at all using this method. Dude, there's just so many random corners around here that you can trap mole on. I really should be using divine ranging potions for this, but that's crystal shards that I'd really rather not spend, so just using the regular range pots. Oh, okay, let me show you the 2 safe spots I found since I have you here anyways. So at the start of the kill, you can just run to this tile, and the mole can't get you from here. Or you can go to that side, and that tile over there is safe too. I'll just run there right now just to show you. So you can see mole also gets stuck on this rock over here and can't hit you. If you've done Inferno, then you know about the importance of the monster's southwest tile. Okay, well I paused the timer because of this. I swear every like week or two around 1 to 2 a.m. this happens. Yeah, the internet's not going to be coming back tonight, so I just want to show the loot that I got from today. I did 348 mole KC today, and that has a GE value of 7.71 mil. And now this is about 6 hours, so that's about 1.3 mil GP per hour in outputs. Of course, there would be a little bit of inputs from the prayer pots and stuff, so maybe round it down to like 1.2 or even 1.1 mil per hour, but that's still like very solidly over 1 mil GP per hour. Good morning, I'm just finishing up the 1 hour of Giant Mole. I don't have enough time for another kill, so I'm going to call it here. The way to track the kills is by using the mole claws because you always get 1 per kill. So we got 62 kills in this 1 hour. And due to just natural variance, I think it's pretty safe to assume that this method is basically the same kills per hour as using the Fang. I know that maybe 1 hour isn't the biggest sample size, but there's just so many variables that go into this because of the mole's digging mechanic. It makes it difficult to calculate the true DPS. But at the end of the day, I'd say when it comes down to Fang versus BofA, it seems like it's really personal preference. I think I was using a little bit less prayer though using the BofA method because I only had to use rigor for like half the kill and not have to use protect from melee, but I would do whichever one you enjoy more. And I think I kind of liked the Fang better, so I'm gonna go back to using Fang. Drinking a stamina is the best way to prevent the mole from digging, I've learned. I guess I kind of missed it, but 500 KC is kind of like a milestone. Mole probably gives amazing back scratches. Oh my god, the collection log in the chat box, that scared me. I thought I got the pet, holy. This is Spook Dog getting Amy's Saw. No way. Now that guy is Pokemon going to the polls, that's for sure, to vote on forestry and sailing. Hey, I just got a virtual woodcutting level. 100. Hey man, all this forestry stuff is really paying off, huh? Although this actually doesn't even count as forestry because you don't get forestry events in the woodcutting guild and redwoods don't even give leaves or anything special. And this is 1000 KC of the giant mole. I am now 1/3 of the way to the pet drop rate. I'm not quite yet sick of the boss, but I feel like maybe I'm kind of getting there, so I'll probably do 1 more day then see how I'm feeling. Before I call it a night for tonight, I just want to show I did 636 KC KC today, so it was a pretty busy day at Mole. As I'm sure you know, I've done a lot of birdhouse runs, and from those, I have accumulated a lot of feathers. Spookdog needs to train fletching though, so I'm gonna end up liquidating the majority of my stack and give 350k feathers to her. Actually, what's the GE value? Just curious. It's probably like 2 GP each. Yeah, 700k worth. Buying these from the shop though, it's probably gonna save for like 1 mil GP. And in case you didn't believe that the feathers were from birdhouses, well, now hopefully you do believe me. No way! Whoa, 1047 KC. Okay, let's see what Spookdog is gonna have to say pretty soon, probably when she sees it. Oh man, I'm glad I decided to stay here for one more day past the 1000 KC. Look at him, he's so cute. His name is Guac. That's short for guacamole. Man, let me tell you, the silence in the group chat, the silence is deafening. So in the collection log, the giant mole, once I click on it, it will be green logged. And for some reason it caps at 250 mole parts each in the log. So obviously that's not accurate. The loot tracker tracked 1044 giant mole. So here's the total loot tracker. It's 23.8 mil of value. Which would come out to 22.8k per mole kill on average. There's pretty much two other notable drops, the U-logs and the iron ore. The iron ore will be nice because I feel like there's not a lot of monsters that drop iron ore. I have a crazy amount of coal because I feel like everything drops coal. Yeah, as you can see, I have 126k. So if I ever need to make steel bars, the iron ore is going to be nice for that. As for the U-logs though, I don't know what I would do with these. I doubt I would ever run out of redwood logs for birdhouses because now I'm chopping those again and I already have a crazy stack. I mean, you just saw my my birdhouse loot tracker. All the birdhouses I've done since I've unlocked redwoods, it was like 10k, so this is basically almost double, and I have done a lot of birdhouses. But if for some reason I did somehow run out of redwood birdhouses, I still have all these magic logs I could go through as well before I'd get to the U's. I could give U-logs to Spook for arrow shafts for 99 fletching, or if I want to get my own post 99 fletching XP. Oh, there it is. Just one single word. Cool. I think this is an appropriate response. Anyways, you also get maple logs from Kingdom. You kind of get an unlimited amount of maple logs, and really you don't even need that many for 99 fletching. Like even if I gave her U-logs, she would not need this many U's to get 99 fletching. So no matter what, I will have a bunch of U-logs left over and I will have no idea what to do with them. I guess I could just make it like every single other item I have in the bank, which is just keep in the bank because it looks cool. Maybe there's some stuff related to forestry I could use these for, but I don't know if I would need this many for forestry. And no, I will not be making you longbows and then alching them, bro. It's not 2014 Iron Man. That's not the efficient thing to do. You can't do that. So there is a recolor for the pet. You can use the mole claw to make it into a pink mole rat, and then you could use the mole skin if you want to change it back into the original mole. I'm just going to keep it as this form, and I'm going to trade in all the mole parts. So if I do want to ever recolor it, I'll just have to kill another mole. I would rather not take up 2 bank slots or 2 group storage slots, just in the off chance I do someday want to color, because it's not hard to kill one mole. In case you're curious, this is what the mole rat recolor looks like. So here's all my mole parts. I'm going to grab these out of the bank and then free up 2 bank slots. That's a good feeling. Permanently freeing these up because I will not be keeping these in the bank ever again. I will not be grinding out mole for nests. I like to think I do enough birdhouse runs to upkeep my nests for brews. Before I trade them in, let's do a price check of them. That is almost 19.5 mil. And each of these mole parts will give you 1 bird's nest. Yeah, so I mentioned before that on average you'll get 3 mole parts total per kill, which is 3 nests per kill, and if you do 60 mole kills per hour, that is 180 nests per hour. So yeah, we're gonna come over here to Wyson, trade in the mole parts, and this is what we get. We get 3 boxes. The first one has seed nests, the second one has ring nests, and the last one has empty nests. To open these, we'll go into the bank, because if you're not in the bank and you extract, it just empties them out into your inventory. But if you're in the bank, you can extract and then they all just go into your bank. These ring nests should stack with these ring nests, but I think the seed nests are going to be different because I think the seeds that you get from mole are going to be different than the seeds you get from birdhouses. So I think it's going to make a separate stack of birds' nests. Let's see. Yeah, it is different. Yeah, the loot tracker is not tracking them properly, like not just the nests, but also the seed amounts too. So I'm going to have to just keep track in my inventory and just open probably 8 at a time. But it's worth it for YouTube. Anything for you guys. Anything. I can't, dude. I can't take it anymore. I can't do it. I was trying to do it all in one inventory, but I kept getting like 1 seed, 1 seed, 1 seed, and now I have to open 4 at a time. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm depositing this all in the bank. These numbers here will end up being close enough anyways. All right, here's all the nests opened up. This isn't the right amount of birds' nests, so if I just toggle those and we hide those, it's about 2.4 mil worth of seeds. I'll just hover over each of these different types since there's no identification for them, so that way you can see what the herb seeds are. Here's all the nests from mole and birdhouses too, of course, and I just add all of them up. This is about 25k, and we can figure out the value of just the nests themselves by multiplying this by 10. So I have 130 mil worth of nests. Oh wait, actually did it say at the top when I type nest? Oh yeah, okay, it says right up here too. Plus, whenever I open these seeds, that will be a lot of value as well. And you're probably wondering about what am I going to do with the eggs? Well, I'm thinking maybe I'll wait till I have 1200. This is about 750 right now, but 1200 I believe is the drop rate for evil chicken. Each piece specifically is 1 in 1200, so I think that'd be pretty cool. I could do like the biggest egg opening ever on YouTube. Unless you've seen a bigger one, but I don't think there has been a bigger one than 1200 before. But yeah, I think I should be done with mole forever since it's green logged, and the only other reason to do it would be for nests, but assuming I just continue doing birdhouse runs the way I have been, then there really shouldn't be a reason. So unfortunately, I did not get to use my Mole Hunter Lance this time around. Completely forgot I had it before. I feel like now that I just finished Mole, Jagex will do an update where you can get egg nests from the mole nest. It's like a thing that would happen to me. No, I'll be fine. I'm sure they won't do that. That is pet number 13 on the account before Spookdog even has one. Plus, I've gotten some dupes as well. Dupe. Probably wouldn't count Chompy Chick dupes, though. So my road to getting as many pets before Spookdog gets one is going pretty well, suffice to say. Oh, wait, look at that. 300 days of playtime, too. That's pretty cool. With that said, though, make sure to check out my duo teammate Spookdog's channel, linked below in the video description so you can see her half of the progress. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you again next time.